I have been a life coach from 1999. And in my life coaching work, I have found people find it difficult to implement big ideas and philosophies, but they are very comfortable in implementing practical inputs and insights into their life. Triggered by this realization, I decided to write books with very simple, extremely practical, and deeply impactful aspects of life. These books have been written for normal people who would love to fine tune their life, improve their life by small bits and pieces. These books are available in two languages, English and Marathi. And there are 15 books that have been written by me covering different aspects of like fear, motivation, parenting, relationships, marriage, how to think big, how to do business, and finally, what are the small insights by which we can live a great life in a book called Keep Moving. Each one of these books have been published by Vishwakarma Publications, and I would consider it as a personal honor and privilege if you go through these books and let me know whether they made a deep impact in your life. Wish you all the best. May you live an awesome life. Thank you so much for reading the books. My name is Narendra Goidani.
Hello? Hello? Hello, Rucha? Hello? Hello, Rucha? Wait. Hi, Rucha.
Can you go? Can you start reading? Read. Good afternoon and welcome back to Studio One. This session is one of the most sought of topics for almost everyone in recent times. Masterclass on weight loss by Professor Rekha Divekar. Professor Rekha Vinay Kumar Divekar is a nutritionist and health specialist. She was a lecturer at Sade College, Vileparle. She retired in 2010 after 35 years of service. She's been practicing organic farming just outside Mumbai. Post her retirement, she has been giving talks, conducting workshops on a lot of topics like chemistry, yoga and ahar, staying youthful forever, slimmer waist and thighs, and many more. I now hand over to Professor Rekha Divekar.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me, Rucha? Can you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thanks, Manjiri and Pune International Literary Festival organizers for inviting me here for a talk on weight loss. Actually, the master class on weight loss. But before starting, I would like to ask you that do you really want to lose weight, or you are just carried away by some advertisement, or you want to be like some actress, or you want to be like your friend, or you just want to be socially accepted, so for that you want to lose weight, or really you are obese? Because what is the problem is, sometimes even if you are little bit overweight, you are quite fit. That is, if you come across two persons having the same weight, but one of them will be fit and the other one is not fit. So, is there certain relationship between weight and fitness? It is not necessary. So, you must understand first of all that weight, your body weight, is not an indicator of your fitness. Why? Now, what is the reason for this? Because body weight depends upon three main factors. That is, the three contributors of body weight are muscles, bones, and fat. Now, some people have the fat free mass, that is, the weight of the bones and weight of the muscles is more. So, at that time, that the particular person is fit because the fat percentage is less, while the other person may be having the same weight, but fat percentage is greater, and the weight of bones and muscles, total weight, which is called as fat free mass, is less, and therefore that particular person will not be fit. So what I want to tell you is that it is not necessary that weight is the clear indication of your fitness. Actually, fitness comes in all weights, sizes, and shapes. That is the most important thing. Otherwise, see, we come across many charts where they give that if this is the particular height, suppose the height is X, then your weight should be Y. Okay, now if it is like this, then all of us will be so similar. We will be like clones of one another. So there is no fun in that. So everyone is different. Everyone's body chemistry is also different, and therefore everyone's fitness, it will not be depending upon what is the weight that the person is carrying, but it depends upon what is the lean body weight, that is what is the weight of bones and muscles together. That is the main thing that you have to consider. So suppose that you want to lose weight. Now many people, what they do is they take up crash diets. Now what is the effect of crash diet? Crash diets definitely lead to decrease or decline in the lean body mass. Okay, and what happens? The fat remains the same, but the lean body weight is now less. And when the lean body weight is less, the person is not fit. So even if the person is losing weight, he or she is not necessarily fit. So never go on crash diets for weight loss. That will be my first and the most important instruction. Secondly, don't over exercise also. If you over exercise, then also there will be damage in your body. So everything should be in proportion, everything should be regulated, then only it will be helpful to you. Now, again, there is one more indicator of fitness, which is called as body mass index. And depending upon body mass index, also they say that if this one between 19 to 25, if your body mass index is that much, then you are fit. If it is between 25 and 30, you are slightly overweight. And if it is above 30, you are obese. So again, here also, you have to constantly think that in how many years I have gained this much weight. Many people think that suppose that in last 10 years, they have gained 20 kgs. And in 6 months, suppose that someone is giving you free in the gym, 5 plus 5. You will lose 5 kgs and 5 kgs we are giving you free. And then you get tempted and then you go to that particular gym. But what will be the result? The result will be you may lose weight, but it will come back to you very soon. It will not be weight loss, which is sustainable weight loss. And therefore, don't go after all these advertisements. But you have to think that if I have taken 10 years to gain this weight, I will take at least 1 year to lose this weight. Is that okay? So now, when I'm saying this, that weight is not the indicator, you can have any weight, shape, and size, but still you will be fit. Then, what are the good health parameters? Now, the good health parameters are there, and you should not go on any number, but what you are experiencing is the main thing. Now, the first and the most important thing is you should be energetic and enthusiastic throughout the day. Now, suppose that you are working from home. Now, in the evening, your work is over. Now, you should feel like going out. You should feel like playing with your children or doing some household work, something of that sort. So, that energy and enthusiasm should be there. That is the first point. The second point is you should have exercise compliance. Now, what do you understand by exercise compliance? When you get up early in the morning, you should feel like doing something. You should feel like going out to walk, to jog, or for swimming, or in the gym. So you are ready to do exercise. So that is the most important thing, exercise compliance. Now, the third point is you should not have acidity, you should not have bloating, and the fourth point will be uh, immunity. Your immunity should be strong. Now, in this pandemic, everybody, it has become a catchword actually, catchphrase, that immunity. And wherever I go for talks, I mean, not go, but do talks, webinars, then everyone is requesting me to take a talk on immunity boosting. But I want to say that immunity is not built overnight. Okay, you have to work continuously. It should be your lifelong commitment for being healthy and fit. And therefore, you should have good immunity. It means what? Now, suppose that there is a seasonal change in season. Then every change in season should not make you sick. Okay, so that is called as you are having good immunity. And the last, if you are a girl, woman, then you should have pain-free, smooth periods. And if all these 5 points are okay, are fine with you, then it is not necessary for you to worry about weight loss. Is that okay? So you should not worry about how much I should lose, and if I'm weighing now 58, I should become 55. So it is not that mandatory when you are accomplishing all these 5 points of good health parameters. Now, after explaining all these good health parameters, I will like to tell you how will you get all these good health parameters right. Suppose you are not having them, what you have to do, what are the changes that you have to bring about in your diet, in your exercise, and in your general lifestyle. So first of all, let me tell you something about diet. Now, when I'm saying that I will tell you something about diet, I cannot tell you that you have to eat this, you have to eat that, because every individual is different. I'm taking lectures on chemistry in kitchen. What is the first point I explain is everyone is unique. And therefore, if one person is losing weight, by having certain diet, by having particular diet, I will also lose weight by having the same diet. It is a total misconception, because that person's metabolism and your metabolism is not the same, and therefore you are a unique person. And that is why it is necessary that you should follow certain rules of diet, certain principles, we can say. And if you follow these principles, and then whatever may be your region, whatever may be your religion, whatever you are working, you will get the benefits of all these rules, which I will tell you now regarding the diet. Now, the first and the most important is you have to eat fresh foods. Now, when I say that you should eat fresh foods, what I mean, there are two angles to this. The first thing is you should get farm fresh foods, and the second point is the you should get fresh food from the kitchen. Now, suppose that you are staying in Mumbai. Let us assume that we are staying in Mumbai. Now, what we are getting here in Mumbai and surrounding area, here we will be getting them fresh. For example, there are many ladies which come from outskirts of Mumbai. They bring vegetables, chikkus, some important fruits like sitafal, custard apples, mangoes in mango season, or anything which is fresh in their farm. And if we can buy all these fresh things from them, then it is beneficial for us. Now, what is the reason? There is one principle in nutrition science which says that the distance from farm to plate should be less. Okay, now we have always heard that an apple a day keeps your doctor away. But if the apples are coming from, say, California or some country which is far away from us, then the apples will be here after, say, about 6 months. I mean, they will come here, then they will be stored, and then they will be frozen. And by the time you get the apple in your plate, there will be lot of time which has gone and lot of distance those apples have traveled. So, according to the nutrition science, more is the distance, the number of nutrients are less and less. So, it depends upon the distance. So, if we can get something from near the region where we are staying, it will be good for you. Now, when I am saying that it is good for you, what I mean is it will be giving you proper nutrition. So we should say from Mumbai, I will say chiku a day or banana a day will keep the doctor away. So try to have fresh fruits. So you have to buy vegetables, fruits from local market and not from the malls. Okay, if you can do this, it will help you in getting proper nourishment. Body should be properly nourished. That is the most important thing. Now, the fresh food, now I will come to the kitchen. Now, when you are cooking the food, you should eat within 4 hours or 6 hours at the most, and not more than that. Because again, there is a principle that if the time is more, I mean, the time gap is more between whatever you are cooking and eating, then again, the nutrients will be less and less, and therefore you should eat. Now you must have experienced that whenever somebody is cooking and serving you immediately in your plate, you enjoy it a lot. And when you are eating it after some time, when it is cold, even if you heat it again, it will not be that yummy. Am I right? And therefore, fresh foods, it is very important from both the points of view, that is fresh from the farm and fresh from the kitchen. Nowadays, what is the practice? Because we are having a fridge at home, many people are having that tendency to cook more than required and then keep it in the fridge. Whenever you feel like having take it out, and then again push it in the microwave oven, heat it within 30 seconds. You are happy that my work is done in 30 seconds. But the molecules, the nutrient molecules, they cannot take that shock of heating to a higher temperature immediately, suddenly. That sudden shock cannot be taken by some vitamins, and therefore it is not advisable to cook extra, keep it in the fridge, take it out, and then heat in the microwave oven, if at all. Sometimes you feel like having, if you are going out, coming late and all that, you can keep it in the fridge, but then take it out, then take in some kadai, take it in some pan and heat it, so that the nutrient molecules will not be getting shocked. They are getting heated slowly, and therefore there will not be breaking of the nutrient molecules. Okay, so like this you can keep the nutrients intact. So eating fresh was my first point. Now the second point is you should eat natural foods. Now what do I mean by eat natural foods? Now natural foods, when I'm saying this, I mean that you should not have processed and packaged foods. Why you should not be having processed and packaged foods? Simple reason, they contain some chemicals, some preservatives. Similarly, they contain a group of chemicals which is called as GRAS. GRAS, generally regarded as safe. No company is giving you guarantee about the safety. Some random number is written on the packet, which are GRAS molecules. Similarly, HFCS, that is high fructose corn sugar, which is not a regular sugar, but the quality of the sugar is not good. And again, as I told you, there will be coloring agents, there will be preservatives, and therefore that food will not be providing you nutrition. But when you are eating natural foods, for example, instead of having packaged fruit juice, if you can eat whole fruit, you can eat chiku, you can take banana, you can eat guava, any fresh fruit, rather than having fruit juice which is packaged and processed, is not the right thing to do. And therefore you have to make choice that you have to eat fresh natural fruits every time, and even juices also, even simple things like ginger garlic paste, even I will say that idli atta, everything is now available in the market. But what we have to think is, if it is packaged, even though it is written over there that there are no preservatives, but you can, if you are staying in Mumbai or any other cities like this, you will find that the particular food, it gets spoiled. If you make it at home, it is not going to remain the same. Then why those companies, they can say that it is not having any preservative, and still it is the same. I mean, it contains nothing which is harmful to you. So this grass chemical as well as the chips is, it is there in the processed and packaged food. So as far as possible, have natural foods. My third point is you have to eat traditional foods. Now, when I say that you should eat traditional foods, what I mean is traditional, traditionally what you are eating since your childhood. Genetically, your body is ready to digest that. Now, see, all over India, it is a practice of having khichdi. Whenever somebody is ill and while recovering, we give khichdi. That khichdi is made in thousands of ways. Some people make it by using moong dal, some by use tur dal, some make patli khichdi, some add vegetables. In lots of ways, you can make khichdi. But we feel that it is my comfort food. You stay in, say, some five-star hotel, go to a foreign country, stay in a five-star hotel for a week, come back home, and if someone asks you that, do you want to again go to the five-star hotel here, then no one will like that. But everyone will say, now I want to have my comfort food, which is your traditional food. Now why we feel so? because it is easier for us to digest that, and we feel very light and we feel very contented. And therefore, eating traditional food is very important. I don't say that you should never have variety, because now it is available everything. I mean, all the different country cuisines are available. We are also eating cuisines from, say, South India, North India, Rajasthan, everywhere, and we of course like them. But it should be done. The frequency of this type of eating should not be more. It should be less. Once in a week, that will be fine. But otherwise, you have to stick to your traditional food practices. Then the next point is you have to eat from the kitchen. Now, that I always tell that why I'm saying this, eat from the kitchen, because nowadays what has happened is there are so many food delivery apps which are available on the cell phone, and you can just order on your cell phone, and you get lots of foods. It means like a khadya mela on your dining table. But basically what you order from outside, naturally it will not be full of nutrients. You must be knowing that whenever you are ordering from the hotel, the gravies of the vegetables or the basic whatever they require, they are keeping it in the fridge. And whenever you are ordering something, you just take that particular vegetable, add that gravy, and it comes to you, right? So the food which you are eating like this by ordering from outside, it becomes junk food. Okay, even if you feel that I have ordered some good vegetables and all that, but you by the time it comes to your home, and when you are eating it, it becomes junk. And therefore it is surely not advisable to order food from outside. Once in a while, again, I'm giving you that thing that you should enjoy life. It is not that you must do every single day in the kitchen. You can go outside, but this ordering, and if you're having all those food delivery apps on your cell phone, then you get more tempted to order foods from outside. And therefore, I will like to tell you that you should delete those food delivery apps. Whenever you feel like going out, go out and enjoy. If somebody is there at home who is not able to accompany you, for them it is okay, you can order. But otherwise, as far as possible, you have to eat from your kitchen. Now, what has happened actually in the cities like Mumbai, Pune, Nashik, or even Aurangabad, Bangalore, Hyderabad, everywhere, whenever the flats are there in the building, you see that the size of the kitchen, especially in Mumbai, because we stay in Mumbai, we are having this particular experience, that the size of the kitchen is less, while the size of the bathrooms is more. Even the number of bathrooms is more, but the size of the kitchen is less, because we tend to spend less time in the kitchen. So in less time also you can do a lot, but the important thing is the importance of kitchen whenever. And here in India, at least, we are having uh, I think that we can have help from outside also. Ladies are there to help us, so you should take help from them, and as far as possible, cook at home. And again, the same thing I will like to tell you, that whatever is possible, you are having good mixers at home, then use them. You can make idli at home, you can make ginger garlic paste, you can make chutneys at home. So make maximum use of the kitchen. So kitchen, हमारा जो kitchen, the kitchen that we have should be working full fledged. So that will be my next point. So all these things will surely help you eating fresh, eating traditional, then eating slowly is also very important, and without watching TV, without reading. I mean, you have to concentrate when you are eating. Now, when you are concentrating on eating, your all the senses are working on it. You are looking at the food and you are seeing what it is. You feel nice to see a particular dish. Then also when you are eating it, suppose you are eating something like chakli, then you can hear that cracking sound. If you are eating idli, you can notice that it is soft. So all these things you have to notice. And what happens, when you are fully concentrating on eating, you tend to eat less. You will never overeat. And again, today we are talking about weight loss. So overeating finally leads to gain in weight. So if you fully concentrate, and another principle you have to always remember, that you should be light on your stomach after your lunch or dinner or breakfast or snacks, whatever you are eating. Don't overeat. Similar to over exercising is not allowed. Similarly here, even if it is nutritious food, you should not eat it in excess, because sometimes what happens, if somebody comes at our home, then we serve them extra. Once in a while it is okay, but on a daily basis it should not be done. Don't overeat, and when you are concentrating on food, you will surely not overeat. So this is the another principle that you have to maintain. And then I will tell something about the foods which will help you in losing weight. Now, what are these foods? The first is ghee. Now, again, there is misconception that eating fat will make me fat, but it is not the case with good quality fat. Now, if you are having good quality fat like ghee, what is there in the ghee? Ghee contains short chain fatty acids, and these short chain fatty acids make the fat in our body mobilize. So, mobilization of the fat takes place due to short chain fatty acids which are present in the ghee. And ghee is now see, 40 years back we were told that ghee in, I mean, they have told us, western countries, we got this, that all saturated fats are bad for health. But few years back they have told, in fact on the Time magazine, it has come on the cover page, that we were completely wrong when we declared that all saturated fats are bad for health. So there are some saturated fats which are extremely good for us. And now you must be knowing that in America, you will see ghee as clarified butter in any health shop. And there will be 10, 100 the benefits of ghee which are written on that label. Like it is anti-aging, it makes your memory sharp, it keeps you thin, and fat burning and whatnot. So all this is a fact. Ghee is very good. But what has happened is this news, ghee is extremely good. This particular news has not reached till now to the masses. And therefore, till today, many people think that by eating fat, I will become fat. So please remember, fat is required for our body, for our brain. Our brain contains 60% of fat cells. And therefore, in our culture, we always give to the pregnant women as well as to the lactating mothers lots of laddus which are made in ghee. And therefore, you have to eat those, because that will be only helping your child to develop the brain, having good skin and everything fine. So ghee is the superfood that you have to eat if you want to mobilize the fat which is accumulating somewhere in your body. The second superfood I will like to tell you is rice. Rice is nice. Now, why rice is nice? Because again, we think that rice means only carbohydrates. But no, rice is not just carbohydrate. It contains branch chain amino acids. Okay, and these are called as BCAA, and these are really very helpful for increasing our metabolism. And therefore, see, when the metabolism increases, obviously the weight, you will not gain weight, but you will start losing weight. And why we should not eat rice? Because see, in India, from our childhood, I mean, when the child is on the breast milk, after that, when the child is off the breast milk, we start giving child nothing but rice kanji, and then rice plus some pulses, like that we start giving. And by eating that rice only, your child starts turning, then crawling, and then sitting, standing, running, talking, everything the child can do with the help of rice. So rice is nice. So till the end we require rice because it is very easy for our digestion. Okay, at when you are old, if no teeth in your mouth, then also you are supposed to eat rice only. When you are a child, then also you are supposed to eat rice only. In between also, if you are getting married, if some good ceremony is there, you require rice. So rice is not just a carbohydrate. In fact, no food material is just a carbohydrate or protein or a fat, but everything is together. It will be carbohydrate plus protein. In rice, there is carbohydrate plus protein plus vitamins plus minerals also. So everything is there in rice, and a particular amino acid which is methionine present in the rice, it increases your metabolism also. And at night, I will always say that you should have rice at night when you should, and always you should have another important thing for weight loss is you should have early dinner, and that dinner should preferably be of rice. Maybe pulao, maybe khichdi, dal chawal, rajma chawal, anything of your choice. But why rice? Because it is very easy to digest, and by the time you go to sleep, there should be a gap of 2 hours between when you are eating and when you are sleeping. There should be a gap of 2 hours. So in those 2 hours, it gets almost fully digested. At least half work is already done, and therefore you get good sleep also. So rice is nice, and you have to use rice. Another thing I want to tell you is you have to eat diversely. Now, what do you mean by diversely? You have to include seasonal fruits, vegetables, whatever available in your region, that you have to eat, because when you are having diversity in your diet, for example, in rainy season you get lot of different wild and uncultivated vegetables which are called as ran bhaja in Marathi. So these ran bhaja, they have certain things, which certain nutrients which increase your immunity, and therefore these vegetables you must eat during those particular days. So it should not be a uniform eating daily. Now suppose that moog, the pulse, in the pulses moog is supposed to be very good, but it is not necessary, I mean it is not advisable also to eat only moog dal daily. You have to keep variety also. Okay, so variety, keeping the variety will keep your microbiota, that is the gut bacteria in the intestine. You must be knowing by this time now that nowadays gut bacteria is supposed to be Very important for your health. I mean, it is as important as your heart, lungs, brain, etc. So, kidneys, all these are very important organs. Similarly, this bacterial system, which is called as gut bacteria or microbiota system, is very important. And when you are eating diverse foods, which again in the natural way, then what will happen? The number and the strength, I mean, different types of microorganisms will be there, and the strength, the number will also be greater, and it is closely related to your health, to your mental health, to your brain activity, to your physical health, everything. So to keep the microbiota in good shape, you must eat diverse foods. It may be cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits. Is it clear? So all this will surely help you in keeping fit, and fat loss will automatically take place if this eating diet correctly is accompanied, I mean, it is supported by exercise. Exercise should be, I mean, in your daily life, you have to exercise some, or I mean, you can go to the gym. It should be a non-negotiable part of your life. It can be anything of your choice. I don't say that you have to go in the gym. I don't say that you have to jog. You can do anything. You can dance also. You can jog also. You can just go for some yoga class also, and try to have variety in your exercise. Because see, variety is the spice of life. So if you can have one day, 2 days in a week, if you can have yoga class, or you can do yoga at home, once or twice you can go to the gym, twice you can go for walking or running or jogging, anything will be fine. And what are the benefits of exercise that you will be getting? There are lots of benefits. To tell few, I will, the first and the important, they build muscles. Now, when I say that they are building your muscles, you must be remembering initially what I said, that the weight of muscles and bones should be more. So when you are building the muscles, what will happen due to exercise? Obviously, your fat will be less and muscle will be more, and therefore weight loss. So this is the most important thing, that they build your muscles. They boost your immunity. They boost your moods also. Okay, and then they uh, burn calories. Now, burn calories is most important from the weight loss point of view, and therefore exercise is of. And one more thing that the exercise will give you is blood circulation also takes place in better way. So all the body organs, all your body organs, they get properly nourished. Remember, for our brain, now even if you are losing weight, say you are fine, your weight is whatever you want, and if your brain is not proper, then what is the use of that less weight and having good figure? It will be of no use. Your brain should be sharp. So if your brain, you want your brain to be sharp, what you need for the brain to be sharp? You need glucose, you need water, and you need oxygen. Now when you are eating frequently, then glucose will be provided to the brain continuously, and therefore you will never feel dull in your brain. You will always feel to do something, and you will not leave whatever you are doing. So oxygen, how brain will get oxygen? When you exercise. And when you your brain will get water when you keep your body enough hydrated. Okay, so all these things you will make your brain sharp, and when your brain is working well, it utilizes maximum calories, and therefore again it will lead to weight loss. Is it okay? So there are so many things that the exercise benefits that you are getting from, and not exercise, But along with exercise, what is important, equally important, I will say, is activity. Suppose that in the morning 1 hour you are doing exercise and the remaining time you just sit down, then it will not help, because you must be knowing by this time that sitting is the new smoking. So you should not sit on your chair for more than 30 minutes. After every 30 minutes, you have to, after 30 minutes, you have to stand for at least 3 minutes. So do your exercise well, do your activity well. And when you are doing exercise, activity, and following all the 5 principles which I told, that eat fresh, eat traditional, eat from your kitchen, eat diverse foods. So all these things will be helping you in losing your weight. And remember that to be fit is most important, and don't just concentrate on weight loss, but concentrate on being fit and being lean, and then you will be happy and enjoy. I will like to end my talk with one proverb in Hindi, which actually in that one proverb, overall fitness is covered, I think, in one sentence. That lecture is, in short, I will say. So, pav garam. Pav garam is what? Pav garam means you are doing exercise, you are doing enough activity. Pav garam, pet naram. Pet naram means you are never overeating. पेट नरम, सर हो जिसका ठंडा. अभी जब सर ठंडा होता है तो स्लीप अच्छी आ जाती है, एंड व्हेन स्लीप अच्छी आ जाती है तो हार्मोन्स बैलेंस रहते हैं, एंड हार्मोन्स बैलेंस रहते हैं तो वेट लॉस होता ही है. सो सर हो जिसका ठंडा, डॉक्टर भी यदि आए तो मारेंगे उनको डंडा. आई विल रिपीट वंस अगेन दिस. पाँव गरम, पेट नरम और सर हो जिसका ठंडा, डॉक्टर भी यदि आए तो मारेंगे उनको डंडा. धन्यवाद. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for this inspiring session. We and all our listeners have surely gained a lot of valuable insights from this amazing weight loss session. Our next session is going live at 4:15 p.m. Please join us for Pen for a Change shortly. Thank you.